Well, we have a lot of Taylor fans on the site too.
Well,
and they build some incredible guitars.
They build some really well-made, gorgeous. I mean, look at this. This is koa, another controlled wood. We talked about Brazilian rosewood. You can't get it.
Yeah.
And what's really frustrating is the people who cut down the Brazilian rosewood trees don't care.
Yeah, because
they're going to cut the
tree. It's a payday
tree.
for them.
Well, it's not even a payday. You know what? Because they can't sell them, they burn them.
Yeah.
Because what they are is there's farmers in the Brazilian rainforest. They want the land.
They need it out of
So
there.
they cut down these beautiful trees, and since the government won't let them sell them, which is not why they cut them down,
right.
they burn them.
Okay. Nice
So
fire.
instead of generating revenue for the country of Brazil and the farmers and stuff, they're just up in smoke. Anyway, so
koa is not quite that endangered yet.
Well, it is.
Or protected.
But it's unless I'm mistaken, and I have been today already, koa is exclusive to the Hawaiian Islands.
It is, yeah. I have a koa guitar.
And they very much control it.
Yeah.
So it gets spendy, but it's a beautiful looking piece of wood. And it has an interesting tonal. It's actually almost, dare I say, a nasal quality. Very mid-rangey. You get an all-koa guitar, particularly an all-koa Martin, and you've got just all this fat, warm mid-range, which is great for the slap key kind of style. Now, Taylors typically are a very bright guitar.
Yeah, that's brighter than I would have expected.
With a lot of sub-harmonics, not much mid-range. So by building a guitar out of koa, you get a very balanced guitar. All the guitars are eventually tuned. So Taylor likes to do this thing every spring and fall. They do a limited release of instruments. This is a 514.
Okay.
14 body style is called their Grand Auditorium.
So it's the size.
It's actually, the lower bout is just about the size of a dreadnought, but it has a smaller upper bout, and it makes it comfortable to hold.
Yeah.
And the 5 series traditionally is mahogany back and sides, but for the fall limited, they did it with koa. And they do some fancy stuff with the inlay. We have some customers that wait for the limited
For the
edition.
special, yeah.
And
The wine
for
club
25 years, they've been buying. Every time a limited comes out, they'll buy one.
Okay, you want to
like
keep those
these
people's
guys.
phone numbers.
But Taylor does such amazing attention to detail. I like that they use wood
That's
binding.
nice, yeah, nice touch.
In a wood rosetta. I'm not big on the mother of pearl and abalone. They did these nice little, I don't know what those are.
Come on, describe those to us. I don't know me either.
They look like a wave
like
on top of a wave.
Some kind of surfing logo.
But very tastefully done. Taylors have a great, delicate kind of sound. So they're great for finger picking stuff. The strumming stuff, they're unlike a Martin where you can pound. They're really good, and where they're used a lot in Nashville and LA in the studio sessions where you need that guitar tonality. And now the strings come in, and there's the piano and the choir.
Wait, I'm hearing it now. Since
Right?
I'm in heaven.
So if we do that same thing on the HD28, which is the opposite end of the scale.
Yeah. Like the ship came in now.
There's no room. When we're done with the Martin, everything else is,
Yeah.
where are we going to put it?
Yeah, let's.
So Taylors are really excellent guitars. If you've got 3 or 4 guitar players, you need to blend them in.
Yeah.
It's the way I tell people is I like to use a Taylor when I'm in an ensemble situation. If I'm doing a solo show, I need all of this because my voice isn't that
need the whole band.
wonderful. I need this to support my voice.
Yeah.
And the other thing I really love about it, it just feels real warm. For years, I would say, well, if you're playing on stage, because the Taylors, the electronics they plug in, they sound great immediately. Whereas with the Martin, you have to work with it a little bit. And for years, they didn't even have an electronic option.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So on stage, the Taylor, if I were to sit at home in front of the fire and impress my best girl, But there's room for both. We know we have customers who have 4 and 5 Martins and 6 and 7 Taylors. We love them.
Yeah.
But again, we've got 40, 50 Taylors, and again,
That's the other half of the room.
at this point,
the other half of that
we're
wall.
very low in stock. You know, manufacturers, due to the economic pressures, have learned not to build everything they can.
Yeah.
So Taylor and Martin are back ordered on their prime selling guitars, and Taylor and Martin is the 16 series, the working class guitars. In Taylor's, it's the 3s and 4s. These are instruments that sell for between $1,500 and $2,500, which is affordable
still
for a working musician.
Yeah.
You know, if they want a really quality instrument.
Yeah. And the collectors tend to stay away from those.
Yeah, the collectors
who
go,
don't really play.
They'll go up to the, you know, here's an instrument that has a street price of $2,900. Not a lot of money in some circles. Well, that's 5 car payments.
Yeah.
But you know, so we have a lot of people. We're fortunate that in Silicon Valley, while there are a lot of people out of work, there's also a lot of venture capitalists.
Yeah.
You have that money that they should be putting people to work with. We won't go there. You probably should edit that out. Okay.